TSBDE Rule 108.5, Patient Abandonment. Hello, I am Attorney Boyd Shepard. I am a lawyer in Houston, Texas. I provide legal services, representation, and counsel for Texas dentists and hygienists. Welcome. Thank you for watching the LegalDental.com YouTube channel. Please remember to click the red subscribe button just below, and please also click the notification bell to receive notifications when new LegalDental.com videos are uploaded. To learn how you can earn 1 free hour of State Board approved continuing education credit in the area of risk management from watching this video, please go to LegalDental.com or click the link in the description below. TSBDE Rule 108.5, Patient Abandonment. No dentist or dental office wants to dismiss a patient from their practice. Your entire professional purpose is to be a healthcare provider for all patients who seek your care. The reality is that some patients don't comply with their treatment plan, or don't pay their bill, or don't show up for their appointments, and these can create problems for the office. The Texas State Board of Dental Examiners Rules and Regulations Rule 108.5, which is titled Patient Abandonment, lays out the detail for how to avoid a patient complaint alleging patient abandonment. Before we talk about what you need to know about the details of this rule, let's take a look at the content of the rule. Texas Administrative Code, Chapter 108, Professional Conduct, Rule 108.5, Patient Abandonment. A dentist, without reasonable cause, shall not abandon a dental patient. Once a dentist has undertaken a course of treatment, the dentist, absent reasonable cause, shall not discontinue that treatment without giving the patient adequate notice and the opportunity to obtain the services of another dentist. A dentist shall exercise the level of care necessary to prevent jeopardizing the patient's oral health during this process. B. Under this section, the dentist shall give a minimum of 30 days written notice of his or her intent to discontinue undertaken treatment. Notice shall be either hand-delivered to the patient or sent via certified mail. Return receipt requested to the patient's last known address, with the dentist retaining a copy of the notice letter in the patient's file along with proof of service. Adequate notice shall include the following. 1. A short description of the patient's current status, including the patient's current diagnosis and a summary of the patient's current treatment plan. 2. A short description of the patient's present and future needs. 3. An explanation regarding the consequences of non-treatment. 4. A recommendation that the patient continue care with another dentist. And 5. A clear statement emphasizing that the dentist is available to provide any emergency treatment necessary to prevent patient harm. C. During the 30-day period, a dentist shall remain reasonably available to render any emergency necessary treatment under B5 of this section for up to 30 days from the date of such. Many practitioners find themselves in a position of needing to terminate or dismiss a patient from their practice, but the majority do not do it correctly and legally. Therefore, the following discussion is getting Rule 108.5 right. How to dismiss a dental patient legally. Beginning with Subpart A of Rule 108.5, the rule states, once a dentist has undertaken a course of treatment, the dentist, absent reasonable cause, shall not discontinue that treatment without giving adequate notice. Twice in Subpart A of this rule, we see the phrase, reasonable cause. The rule is saying, as long as there is a reasonable cause, you have sufficient grounds to legally dismiss the patient by following the process outlined in the rule. What does this phrase, once a dentist has undertaken a course of treatment, mean? Undertaking a course of treatment, conservatively, is any procedure that allows the dentist to obtain diagnostic information. If prior to providing any treatment, it is apparent that a patient should seek their treatment elsewhere, then you do not have to dismiss them from your practice because technically they are not yet a patient. However, once you have obtained radiographs or performed a clinical examination, you have gathered diagnostic information. Therefore, for the purpose of this rule, you have now undertaken a course of treatment, and you should utilize Rule 108.5 for dismissing that patient if necessary. What is considered a reasonable cause? A reasonable cause to dismiss a patient would include failure of the patient to present for appointments, failure of the patient to pay their fees for dental services, failure of the patient to comply with the recommendations of the doctor for their treatment plan. And if a patient becomes unruly or creates problems for the dentist or their staff, what are the requirements for dismissing a patient as outlined in the Board Rule 108.5? Let's take a look at those requirements now. You must give 30 days notice of your intent to discontinue treatment. You have to send a certified letter, return receipt requested, which of course is a letter that has the green card attached and of which you retain a receipt in the chart, stapled or attached to a copy of the letter in the patient's chart. Once you receive the green card back, that is your proof of service or proof of mailing to the patient and proof of their receipt of it. You would then attach that to your copy of the letter in the chart. And the remainder of the rule tells you exactly what content is required to be in this letter. Adequate notice shall include the following. 1. A short description of the patient's current status, including the patient's current diagnosis and a summary of the patient's current treatment plan. You would write something along the lines of, currently, your diagnosis and your current treatment plan are as follows. And then you would articulate in writing exactly what their current dental status is, their current diagnosis, and what their current treatment plan is. 2. A short description of the patient's present and future needs. You would state, in addition to your current diagnosis, your current treatment plan, your present and future needs are as follows. 3. An explanation regarding the consequences of non-treatment. Relative to the treatment plan and what their future and present needs are, you would advise the patient of what may occur dentally and health-wise if they do not seek continuing care. 4. A recommendation that the patient continue care with another dentist. Note that Subpart 4 does not require referral to another dentist. It doesn't say that you need to refer by name or specifically the patient to another dentist. It says a recommendation that the patient continue care with another dentist. In other words, in your letter, you would simply make the statement, I recommend that you continue your care with another dentist. Finally, 5. A clear statement emphasizing that the dentist is available to provide any emergency treatment necessary to prevent patient harm during the 30-day period. And this is reiterated or re-emphasized in the last Subpart C. A dentist shall remain reasonably available to render any emergency treatment necessary under B5, above of this section for up to 30 days from the date of such notice. You need to include a statement in the letter of your availability for emergencies. The rule requires you to actually be reasonably available for emergency treatment during that 30-day period. With respect to the 30-day period, my advice would be to mark your calendar for 33 days just to be sure that you've remained available for an adequate amount of time after sending. Here is a sample letter to a patient to dismiss them from a Texas dental practice. You may access this sample letter through the link provided in the video description below. To summarize, Rule 108.5 is really a rule that gives you instructions on how to properly and legally dismiss a patient once you have undertaken treatment and if you have what is considered reasonable cause. Depending on your situation and the patient you're dealing with, you're advised to seek legal counsel to make sure that you would be compliant with this Rule 108.5. This concludes our discussion of Rule 108.5. At the end of this video, There is contact information should you have any additional questions regarding this rule or any rule of the State Board of Dental Examiners. I hope that you found this video to be helpful and educational. If you have any questions about this content, please comment below or feel free to contact me, Attorney Boyd Shepard, direct by email. And please check out the LegalDental.com website for more information, online courses, resources, and guides for legal and business issues that arise in dental practice. If you need assistance with any legal matter pertaining to the practice of dentistry and your dental license, there are 4 ways that I can assist you. First, subscribe to the LegalDental.com Law Library to gain access to numerous online courses, resources, and guides for legal and business issues that arise in dental practice. Second, subscribe to the LegalDental.com YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to make sure you are notified of all future videos that I produce. Third, click the link below for the More Details page and learn how you can gain access to my free course, How to Make Your Dental Records Complaint-Proof. And fourth, go to LegalDental.com to schedule an appointment for a consultation with me, Attorney Boyd Shepard. Use the promo code LegalDental to reduce the cost of your consultation by 50%. And don't forget, to learn how you can earn 1 free hour of State Board approved continuing education credit in the area of risk management from watching this video, click the link in the description below. Thank you again for watching.